Good morning. I just wanted to make a quick review for you before you started your test. So let's say that your rule starts out with 5n minus 2. Well, the first thing you want to make sure you do is make yourself a little chart, same as always. And you want to try to find your zero number. If you look at the rule, you can find your zero number. Your zero number is what's been added or subtracted. Now from there, you can find how much you increase by each time. Well, this is what you're going to increase by each time. So that says positive 5, so 2 plus 5 is 3, and then plus 5 is 8. And then plus 5 is 13, and then plus 5 is 18. So the first four numbers of your sequence that matches this rule, 3, 8, 13, 18. If we needed to find the 20th number of the sequence, instead of listing all the way up to 20, you would say 5 times 20 minus 2, so 100 minus 2 is 98. So remember, when you're looking at just the rule, you want to find your zero number, put it in your chart, and then you want to see what you're multiplying by, and that's what you increase by each time throughout your pattern or your sequence, and then your first number of your sequence is 3. If you're trying to find the 20th term, whatever term they give you, you want to put 20 in place of the n because that's the number they gave you. So 5 times 20 is 100, and then subtract 2 would give you 98. Well, let's say that they just give you, let's say you're just given a pattern. Let's go with 3, 7, 11. I'm sure you know what would come next. You want to find what you are increasing by each time. What are you increasing by each time? You are increasing by 4, so your rule should start 4n. And let's go backwards to our zero number. Well, 3 minus 4 is a negative 1, so your zero number is negative 1, and that's how you would write your rule. As far as solving equations is concerned, because you're going to have to solve equations, remember, get rid of everything that's the same on both sides of the equation. So let's say you had 3x plus 1 equals 10. Well, if we drew a picture of this, we would have 3 little boxes and 1 little unit and 10 little units on this side. Well, that means we've got ones that are the same. So you're going to get rid of 1 off of each side. That creates your zero pair. Remember, you want to make a zero pair first. That leaves your 3x left over. 10 minus 1 is 9. What is the opposite of multiplication? That would be division. And then x is left over. See how it says 1x equals 9 divided by 3, and 9 divided by 3 is in fact 3. Remember, remove the stuff that's the same on both sides before you start trying to find zero pairs, before you try to find a multiplication and division. You want to make sure that you are getting rid and keeping the scale balanced, because whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Keeping the scale balanced before we start trying to solve. When you are reading your word problems, because we had a sheet worth of word problems, you want to make sure that you try to make a chart, because that's going to help you more if you make your chart, try to figure out what's going on in the problem. The most important thing, guys, to remember before you take this test, be sure to find your zero number. Whenever you're doing your rule, whatever you increase by each time is not what you are adding or subtracting, it's what you end up multiplying. Do a good job, and I will see you guys later.